got back to her feet, and Payne was still being treated as well. But she'll make her way into this Spurs penalty area for the first corner of the day. They've had joy with set pieces in recent times, Everton, and that is right in on the near post. Belted back towards goal, but it's a comfortable catch from Kopp as Van Hool directed it towards her compatriot.
Yeah, it's a comfortable start there. Like, obviously from the corner, Mamiki's delivered in. Tottenham equal to it. Van Hool's trying to get it back in amongst it, but yeah, easy save for the goalkeeper in the end.
Van Hool wins it back. It's back with Molly Bartrip, who captained the side during the FA Cup win on penalties against London City Lionesses. That was Spurs' last game prior to the break in the season. Late equaliser from the spot from Bethany England. Brilliant penalty drama as Hannah Veit, the young right back who started today, thumped home the winning penalty. Kopp the hero that day as well in the shootout. Spurs on the march for the first time. Galley drawn out from her central midfield position, and Galbset with a slightly heavy touch, and it will be an Everton throw-in.
Yeah, and we're seeing Payne having to come back and defend there as well, which potentially she might be needed at times to come back and help Hannah Blundell out. At times they're going to double up out on that left-hand side.
So Hannah Blundell, who's on loan from Manchester United since the winter window, so she's loving playing at Goodison Park at the moment. Here's Bartrip. Summonen, who is in midfield. We did wonder if she might play in defence, but she shifted on to Holt, who appears to be playing just behind Tinker Tandberg, having been so effective centrally recently. Oh, it's good pressure. One back by Matilda Wimberg.
It's really good pressure there, isn't it, from Spurs. And Wimberg out on that left-hand side. That's what Tottenham do so well. Keep the opponent within their own 18-yard box and really press aggressively with that counter-press.
Rybrink. Back into Molly Bartrip, who's been at Spurs for such a long time. He joined the club in 2021, having been at the academy previously too. Here's Holt. And a loose pass picked off by Everton, and Van Hool will settle things down for the Toffees. Just waiting for the pressure here, isn't she, Courtney Brosnan? Cramshaw makes herself available. Bartrip shuts it down.
Yeah, you can see what Evan are trying to do. Ruby May's trying to find the feet of Cramshaw there. Right idea, but as the ball's coming into her, she needs to be able to secure that and then give the set off. I think it was for Mamiki coming in to get the second balls.
When we saw the Everton lineup, we weren't sure on the configuration of that attack, but you saw the warm-up firm where you got an idea that these two might be playing through the middle.
Yeah, you see Mamiki's just coming central. They're forming a bit of a two, Mamiki and Cramshaw, and then she'll be helping out defensively, as we can see here up against Summonen.
On by Summonen. Wimberg. Back with Rybrink again. Cross does eventually come into the middle. It's a decent delivery towards Tandberg. And that's her centre-forward instinct. She did get onto it.
Yeah, Everton are going to have to be aware of that as the ball does come in from these crosses from wide areas. They'll look to do that early, Spurs, and Tandberg does well to get on the end of it. I think Brosnan was equal to it.
Well, Brosnan playing out will be picked off by Spurs. Summonen, too eager to move that on quickly, and Everton are given the ball back. Mamiki out to Payne. Drops it back to Ruby Mace.
I think at times Everton can be guilty of that. They do so well in possession of the ball at times, but sometimes can cause themselves their own problems. We saw it there with Brosnan playing out from the back. They're just going to have to switch on to that because they can't afford to do that against Tottenham, who will, as we see here, go in numbers.
Martina Fernandez. Vignola. Now Mace. Not applying pressure. They seem quite happy now that Everton have made their way up to halfway to sit in their blocks here, Spurs. Mace takes it upon herself to charge full from centre-back. Payne can't reach it. Mamiki will. And Payne's offside.
It's a really good build-up there, though, from Ruby Mace driving out from the back. Obviously a natural midfielder, so we know what she's capable of when she does have the ball at her feet. She's very composed. But in and around her there, that's where she needs players and she needs the support. And I think it was just Payne who's drifted offside in the end at that time.
Scott Phelan came in at the start of last month. It was his birthday on Friday, turning 38 years of age. Moved from the under-18s at the club into the women's side, and he's had a good start in truth, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. I think he speaks about it himself in press conferences, that he knows the club, he knows what's about. He's obviously a former player himself, so he can transfer his knowledge like that onto the players as well.
Well, it's a brilliant piece of trickery that draws ooze from those in the West Stand. Spurs apply the pressure again and force Everton into the error. Julie Blackstad, who joined in the winter transfer window from Hammarby, the Norwegian international, who's needed at left back again today with Amanda Nilden suspended.
Yeah, they've been forming quite a partnership, the pair of them out on that left-hand side, hadn't they? Blackstad and Nilden, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes today.
Just run out of play by Wimberg. Martin Ho, with his own associations to Everton Football Club. In his younger days, he was assistant manager to the women's team as well, 2015-2018. So no doubt a special occasion for him today to host the Toffees.
Yeah, the players speak really highly of him, don't they, in terms of, you know, what he brings to the side and that mentality that he brings in terms of always wanting more, and sounds like he's a bit of a perfectionist.
Well, his side have forced Everton into the concession of a corner. Spurs' first of the day. Courtney Brosnan with the glare of the sun in her eyes here as Spurs whip in the delivery. It's fired in fact, and into the side netting, and Spurs will get to go again. Sinja Gaupset was one of those at the near post.
Yeah, Everton do well to just defend this first corner, obviously wanting to be switched on. It's, as you say, it's Gaupset at the front post. I think it's coming off potentially Hannah Blundell right at the last minute there to go out front of the corner. It's
another one fizzed right in. And it's those players at the near post for Everton that deal with it again. Blackstad moves it on. Rybring. And it will be whipped in towards Tamberg, and Gunning-Williams was offside when it was nodded onto her. Looks like she's playing out on the right-hand side for Spurs today.
Yeah, it's not the first time they've tried that, to go from left to right as well, and to do it early. I'm just wondering if that's a bit of a style of play, and something they're trying to adopt is the quick switch over onto this left-hand side.
Pacheco worked that down the line well. And this is great football from Everton. Kramchar trying to get away from Bartrip. She has. Mamiki hits a crisp shot right into the corner. Brilliant goal. Yuka Mamiki finds the net. And Everton, with their second major chance of the day, have scored their first goal. Lisa Kopp couldn't get down to it. Spurs 0, Everton 1.
It's a great bit of play from Everton, just finding the space down this left-hand side. It's Kramchar who drives in field, really brave, and finding Mamiki at the edge of the box. And I think it takes a deflection on the way in with the shot as Mamiki struck it, but it's really positive from her. She's been in great form of late, Yuka Mamiki, and as you say, first thought is to take a strike, and yeah, she can't get down to it.
In form Everton, 3 league wins in a row coming into this, are up at Tottenham Hotspur. And maybe a slight graze helped it on its way. It certainly does, that's what beats Kopp, but it's a good strike anyway from Mamiki, her second league goal of the season. Everton into a promising position again. Vignola. Drops it in fields. Knocked on by Tamberg. And Galbset will look to settle Spurs here. Fantastic start from Everton.
Yeah, they had the initial one, didn't they, where they found the space from Payne, and then we've not really seen them trouble Kopp too much in the Tottenham goal, and then they find that space down this left-hand side, which has been there. They've just not utilised it up until now.
Yuka Mamiki joining in the summer from Leicester City after her deal expired there. She speaks about how competitive the Barclays WSL is, but she's a regular in this Everton team. 3 other games in the Barclays WSL right now. Big game at St Helens. The bottom 2 face off. Liverpool leading Leicester early on there. Bartrip. It was interesting hearing Scott Phelan in the pre-match interview talking about how he thinks he'd spotted things they could get at with his Spurs team. They've got it again here. Cut out by Summanen. Galbset. Does well to get a toe onto that. A ripple of anticipation when Olivia Holt gets on the ball, but her and Gunning-Williams weren't quite on the same page.
Yeah, not the right decision really in that moment, but you know, I think what you're saying, we talked about, you know, versatility and being able to adapt to kind of formations and changes, and I think Yuka Mamiki's done just that. She can play central, she can play out wide, and today she's being asked to play a little bit higher.
Tamberg stays on it. Galbset. Vinberg forced wide here, tracked by Mace. Galbset. We've seen in the early days of her as a Spurs player how well she carries the ball. They do have options in the middle. Hannah Vake, good thump, Gunning-Williams, and Everton to get it clear.
Yeah, defend that well, Everton. Again, you just see Tottenham trying to use that left-hand side and build with Blackstad and Vinberg out on that left-hand side, and it was a really positive move for them. As you say, Everton defended it well in good numbers.
Holt sees the run of Tinker Tamberg. Flag stays down for her. Tamberg! Flag does go up belatedly.
Really good awareness and vision from Holt, though, wasn't it, with the ball through to find Tamberg, and she just drifts offside. But that is going to be an exciting and interesting matchup for me today, Tamberg and Mace. Mace has been in really good form in that central defence area as well.
Pass punched into Mace, who hangs it up in the general direction of Kramchar. And it did look a bit clumsy from Tinker Tamberg trying to win the ball back.
Yeah, again, we see it again here, don't we? It's just that battle between them. Not very little in it for me, I think, at the end of the day there, but it will be, as I say, be interesting to see how that matchup pans out across the course of the 90.
You're not giving your fellow defender the benefit of the doubt there. So, no.
No comment.
It's out towards Payne, and it is going to be an Everton throw-in here. These victories at Everton, by the way, have come against Aston Villa, who admittedly are out of sorts right now in the Barclays WSL. London City